What is going on? Welcome to Greggles TV. In this video, I'm going to go through the first things you should do on your Oppo Find N5. First thing you want to do is on a blank spot on your home screen, press and hold, and you want to go into More. In here, global search in app drawer, I would turn that on, and I'll go through some of these things later, but basically in your app drawer, you can search for basically anything and everything. Next, we want to go into double tap to lock. I love this, so I can double tap anywhere on an empty space on the home screen to lock the screen. Swipe down on home screen. You can do global search or notifications in quick panel. I like notifications in quick panel. It just makes things easier. And again, I'll show you these few things here in just a moment. Show search at bottom, it's up to you, but I don't know if I'd do it. Advanced material, it's basically just going into some different things. This one, app animation speed. Go in here, enhance. It's gonna make your animation speeds feel faster. You can see the little example here. It's gonna feel a little bit faster. So I would go into enhanced, raise to wake, turn on. Basically when you raise your phone up, it will wake up the screen. Double tap to turn on and off the screen. You can do that, this is all on the lock screen. Very, very helpful stuff. That should be already on. All right, so now at this point, go home again. And so if I double tap the screen, you can see it wakes it up. Very, very helpful. Love this thing right here. Like I mentioned earlier, if you swipe down from here, it's gonna bring up your notification panels. Otherwise, I would have brought up a search. Speaking of search, if you go into your app drawer here, you have your search at the top. If you tap in there, you can pretty much search for whatever you want. Contacts, people, whatever it may be. I'll just type in, I don't know if I have anything for pizza. Probably don't, but basically it'll search for anything on your phone that has pizza apps, anything else like that. Hit the three dots right here, go to sort, and it should be by name. If it's not, change it to name. It makes it, again, a lot better and easier to do. And then you wanna go home at that point, and we're gonna go into the next thing, and we're gonna go by swiping down from here. And this is where you can change these around if you want to. So what you're gonna do is press these three dots, and you can go to edit quick tiles or customize quick settings. So first we'll go to edit tiles, and these are gonna be where we can remove anything that's at the top here or add things. So to remove it, just hit the red X or red minus sign, and to add it, hit the plus. And then you can also rearrange these if you want. Like for instance, if I want this to go over here, I'm just gonna click and drag. So you can make those go wherever you want. And then when you're done, all you gotta do is just, and you can go, you have multiple pages too, by the way, if you didn't know. And once you're done, just hit the back button and it will save it to where you have it. Let's go back into those three dots. Let's go to customize quick settings. And you have since this is running Android 15, you can have it so if it's split, basically what's gonna happen is when you swipe down one side, it's gonna bring up notifications, swipe down the other side, it's gonna show you quick toggles. I personally don't like it like that, so I set it to classic. That way, when I swipe down, I see my notifications and my quick toggles. I just don't have any notifications. So that's why it's not showing right there, but it ends up being a lot helpful in terms of it working out better for you. So it's up to you though. Then we're gonna go back here. We're gonna go into settings. I can tap settings right there if I want, or I can swipe down and hit this gear on the top right. We're in settings, go down to foldable features, and this is gonna basically tell you some things here. So for instance, display size, if you're having issues with certain apps not displaying correctly, you can come in here and just tap like Facebook, for instance, and change it to 4:3 or 16:9. It's really up to you. It's really only going to be if you're having any issues with these apps. Otherwise, I'd probably just leave those alone. Dual windows, use an app in two different windows. So you can open an app in two different windows here. Next would be taskbar. And in taskbar, we can show taskbar apps. So you can see if I swipe up a little bit here, these apps right here, I can turn that off if I want, if I don't want to show the taskbar in apps. Recent files, recent apps, and suggested, all of that will show up in taskbar, but you can turn it off. Next would be smart sidebar. So you have a sidebar right here that you can come in here and adjust or change around. You see you got your file doc, your recent files, you have these things right here. Also, you can hit all. If you hit all, what you can do is you can tap on in these and the app will open up. For instance, I got calculator right there and it opens up. and I can use it as need be. You can see swipe up to close and swipe down to switch to full screen. If I swipe up, it'll close it. There we go, automatically. And then we'll just open that back up again, just so I can show you if I want to go full screen. Just swipe this down and it goes full screen. Next, go into wallpapers and style. This is where you can change your wallpapers. You can go into my themes or my wallpapers. You tap in here and you have, you can come in here and tap wallpaper. These are all the wallpapers on your phone that you can choose from. You can style these up. If you want it to be more blur or anything like that, you can do that. Or Lumina, grid, whatever you want. You can, all these, different styles to choose from basically. If you want, you can you can match the lock screen if you want. You can change the colors. So if you wanted like a purplish color or green or whatever, you can do that. You can tap on wallpaper again and just choose a different wallpaper. So it lets you kind of like theme out your phone a little bit right here. You can also go into always on display. And when you have your always on display on, it will allow you to choose like an image or anything like that. If there's something that catches your eye, if you want there to be some text or an emoji or any of these like system things, instead of just having like a blank, boring looking clock, you can come in here and choose something different. Same thing with your fonts. Choose different fonts to choose from. You can change the sizes, the weight, I guess how bold they are and stuff like that, and then hit apply at the bottom. Icons, if you don't like the way your icons look, you can come in here and change the way they look and remove the name, make it smaller or bigger. It's up to you. And then when you're done, hit apply. You have your colors for your like icons and stuff on here. So it's set to coastal, but if I wanted to, I can do like the wallpaper color so it matches my wallpapers better. So now all my like things to click on and stuff, my quick toggles and stuff will match my wallpaper. That might be kind of cool, or you can do a custom or fresh. It's up to you how you want it to look, but kind of adds a little flair to your phone and gives you some more control. Edge lighting, this is when you get a little bar that goes around. When you get like a notification, your phone will light up. You have some colors to choose from. You can apply this to you can apply it to incoming calls if you want. So when someone's calling, you'll get like a little bar there, and you can set that. Display size, which we could probably find this in a second, but basically you can make things standard or small. It's up to you. Let's go back to that actually, because I think I like the standard better. Go into display size and then standard. Next, we got display and brightness. This is where you can set light mode or dark mode, however you like to use your phone. We'll just keep it in light mode for the rest of the day, but I do have dark mode, and you can also set a schedule if you want. If you set a schedule, most people do like sunrise to sunset. That way, as the day goes on and it's dark, you might want your screen to be dark rather than be light. Screen color mode is where I come in for sure. I always go vivid, and it just makes the colors pop a lot more. It's what I personally like. You can also change it so they're a little bit more cold or a little bit warm, or just set it to default. But by default, the colors are set to natural, which it's fine, it looks great, but I would definitely choose vivid personally. You can do adaptive tone. It automatically adjusts the screen color temperature based on the lighting that it's picking up. I just want it to be one color all the time, but you can do that. It might be better and easier on your eyes. We already went through font. We already went through display size. Image sharpener is kind of cool. Basically, you can turn this on and your regular images will turn into basically like HDR images and look a little bit better. Same thing with video color boost, very similar. I turn that on. I changed this to 2 minutes. Oh, it wants me to put my fingerprint. Let's do that one more time. 2 minutes. There we go. Set that to be a little bit longer. I like it to be 2 minutes. It just seems like it's better. Keep your screen on when you're looking at it. I love this. This is such a great feature. A lot of phones have it, but some don't. It just keeps your screen on while you're using it, even if you're not touching the screen. Now, auto refresh rate. It's set to auto select, so it will optimally refresh your rate for your screen to bring you into continuous smooth experience and conserve battery power. You can probably just keep that on, but if you just always want it to be high, you can see use a high refresh rate, 120 Hz for optimal visual effect and smooth experience. This may increase battery life and cause the phone to heat up. I like to do that just because I feel like I just want the thing always to feel smooth. I don't want them to tone it down when they think they should tone it down. That's why I choose high right there. You can do the same, but if you're more worried about battery life, then hey, keep that off. Just keep it on auto select. Sounds and vibrations, you're definitely gonna wanna come in here because there's times when you wanna change your ringtone or change the volumes of something. This is where you can change all the volumes of your ringtones and notifications and media and alarms and things like that. You can even set app specific volumes. You come in here, you turn this on, and you can choose different apps to control that with. But here's your ringtones. You can come in here and choose different ringtones. You can say you got classic. If I come in here, I can tap this and have all these different ringtones to choose from. And you can do that also with your notification sounds. Come in here and choose the notification sound that you want, tap on it, and then go back, and that'll save that for you. Clear voice is a cool one. It filters out background noise while you're on a call. So if you're in like a really loud environment, you can turn this on right here, and this will allow you to get better and clearer phone calls potentially. So you just turn that on, and again, it'll filter out any weird noises that are in the background. Go back to settings, notification, and quick settings. You have your status bar here, and you can turn off any of these little icons that you don't want. Like, do I really need to know if I'm on an HD voice call or voice over Wi-Fi, or do I need to know if my headphones are plugged in, or if I'm on high performance mode? You might not want any of this stuff. You can turn basically all these things off. If you don't care about knowing if Bluetooth is on or off, that's a good thing to turn off. Silent mode, alarm, it's up to you. You can turn basically all these things off and clean up the top here a little bit. But to continue on with that, you can see notification icons, which will be in the top left. You can show icons, you can show just a number, or you don't have to show anything at all. I like seeing the icon, so I keep that on. Battery style, you can be horizontal, vertical, loop, or do not show. Now, you might want to do not show because you have percentage. So I don't really care about seeing the battery at all. I just want the percentage. So I keep the percentage on. That's perfectly fine for me. I got 96%. I don't need to see a bar showing me how much battery life that I personally have left. Go into security and privacy. Check for updates. You might have an update in here. I have one. I already did it. I just need to restart my phone after I do it. But continuing on with that, if you go down here, you're going to see device unlock. Go into device unlock and go into fingerprint and face unlock. And go into face, for instance. And with face unlock, I use my face unlock to screen unlock. You can also use it for app lock and for hiding apps and for data protection. But when my face unlocks, I want it to enter the home screen after unlocking. I don't want to have to touch anything else off. So turn that on. That's a great thing. Keep this off. And if you don't really worry so much about security, if someone's unlocking your phone with your face while your eyes are closed, keep that off as well. It'll just make it a little bit more accurate. Go back. Go into fingerprint. And fingerprint has very similar settings. You can add another fingerprint if you want, but basically I keep it on for screen unlock. App unlock, hide apps, all turned off, or you can turn them on, but I have them off. But if you want to use that for any of that stuff, you also have data protection for private safe lock notes and recently deleted items. You can have it turned on for that if you want. But when it's on, I have it enter the home screen after unlocking and screen unlock light touch. Otherwise it's a firm touch. So if your screen's off, I just have to lightly touch it here and it'll unlock my screen. Next, settings, battery, go into battery mode. If you want this to get the best performance that's possible, you can see high performance mode can last about one day, 18 hours, 54 maximize system performance, but also increases power usage. But you can see versus balance mode, it's only about 2 hours difference over that long period. So you might want to have it on high performance mode to get the absolute best performance out of your phone. But if you notice that it's really killing your battery, maybe you just want to go back to balanced. But it is a pretty cool little feature that you can go in there and change it. And it doesn't seemingly change it all that much in terms of the difference versus the two with battery life. Still under battery, go to charging settings, and you can see smart rapid charging. Charge your device faster using a genuine power adapter and cable. The device may get warmer during charging. So if you turn this on, you'll get smarter, rapid charging if you want. I would probably recommend using that. You can see quiet charging. This is for wireless charging. The wireless charger runs at a low power level to minimize noise. So if you do this, unfortunately, it's going to not charge as fast. So you might want to turn that off and not use it. You also have reverse wireless charging. Come in here, turn this on, and you can charge devices on the back of the device. Take a step back, you're still going to be under settings and accessibility and convenience, and you're going to see gestures and motions. A couple things to know here. You can swipe down with 3 fingers to take a screenshot. So if I want to take a screenshot of this, I can do swipe down with 3 fingers. You can see it took a screenshot. I can also touch and hold with 3 fingers to take a screenshot. So if I just tap it here, I can take a screenshot, and you can see you can even drag like a rectangle, which is kind of cool if you just want a portion of it. And then when you're done, just let it go. And then when you can edit it or save it or whatever, or you can hit the checkbox and it'll take a screenshot. Turn on and off flashlight with the volume button. So when the screen is off, press and hold the volume down button to turn the flashlight on or off. This function is not available during media playback. So I have this on and the screen's off. And let's just turn this up. I always forget where the volume button is here. I mean the power button. So if I press and hold the volume down just for a little bit, you can see it turned on my flashlight, and I can press it again, and it should turn it off. There you go, when the screen is off. So kind of a helpful, little feature to have right there when I need to access my flashlight without having to go on. So I would definitely turn that on as well. Next, go down to System and Update, go to Software Update. It's going to automatically check for updates for you if there's any updates. I've already received 2 updates in the short time I've had this phone. Here's one you definitely want to do. Go to Settings, Accessibility and Convenience. Scroll all the way down to Power button and press and hold the power button. Change it to Power Menu. Otherwise, it's going to be set to Google Assistant. So if you press and hold your power button, now it's going to automatically bring up your power menu so you can turn it off or restart it. Otherwise, again, it's just going to bring up Google Assistant. Next, let's go home. Let's go into our camera app, go into video, and tap right here, change everything to 4K 30 or 4K 60 for sure, and then switch it to the other camera on the front here, and then again, just tap it, go to 4K 30, and just do it for all your cameras. For video, make sure it's on video. And there you guys go, that is the Oppo Find N5. If you want to pick one up, it's linked down below. Thanks for watching, have a great day. We'll see you down the road. Peace.